Good morning. Today we have discussed on data mining concepts and techniques. The slides were prepared according to our syllabus. The content of the slides were referred from your textbook as well as some of the websites. Now we'll see your syllabus. In your syllabus, in the first unit, it is given like what is data mining. So first we'll see what is data mining. We'll try to define it. Then we'll see the process of knowledge discovery in databases. Then predictive and descriptive data mining technique. Up to this, we'll have one part we can define it. Second, we can go for supervised and unsupervised learning techniques. Then major issues in data mining. So we can define this one as a second part, for example. And third part we can go for getting to know your data, data objects and attribute types, basic statistical descriptions of data, data visualization, measuring data similarity and dissimilarities. First we will start with what is data mining. And before going to define the data mining, first we will see why we need to go for data mining. Now, so when you go for data mining, first we need to consider the explosive growth of data. Nowadays, we are collecting data from different sources, different resources in high speed. The size of the data will be terabyte to petabyte. How these data can be collected? By using some automated data collection tools, the data can be collected automatically and warehoused. And if you look at the figure, it is given the right side. We can see there is a lot of databases are available. In each and every database, we have a huge amount of data. The data will be either relevant or irrelevant data, consistent or inconsistent data, and maybe noisy data, or it may be heterogeneous data. So when we have a huge amount of data, and how this analysis of data can be done. So definitely we need to have a proper tool. So the data mining will provide a proper tool to analyze the data. Now we'll see the major sources of abundant data. If you take a business, you can e-commerce website you can take. For example, if you take a Walmart, the Walmart having different branches in different locations, country wise, everywhere they have huge amount of products. The products will have different categories, cost wise, product wise, and some sales based, like that. You have different category, different brand, different cost based on different sales. Okay. So everywhere we need to maintain some data. The same way, the data can be accessed by millions of people in a week in different locations. So based on the transaction of the users, of the customers, we should understand the behavior of the purchase. So when we learn something about this behavior of the persons or customer, this will help you to develop the business. And next one is the science. So we have remote sensing devices. Like if you take a satellite, through satellite we are collecting more and more amount of data. It's a large amount of data in high speed. The same way it is warehoused. So we need to have data analysis over here. And same when you go for bioinformatics, so in the lab, when you do data analysis, clinical data analysis, so there also we may have a large amount of data. And scientific simulations. by designing some scientific simulation device. So we'll be able to get more and more data. Then you can, other category you can go for society. So in society, in the sense media you can take, news, digital cameras and YouTube. You can take a Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, then LinkedIn. So like that, you can have any social media. So everywhere, a huge amount of messages and a huge amount of videos, huge amount of images are posted. Okay, and everywhere, millions of people are logged in. So how many people are logged in, and they are looking for what type of image, what type of images, what type of videos or messages. So everything must be collected and will be analyzed by that what the system can be improved. So next time when they go for some type of message, they will be able to get immediately. And nowadays to collect and organize and manage this data, we have computers. It is very cheaper and more powerful. And the competitive pressure is very strong. We need to provide a better service. We need to maintain the customer relationship. So these are all very important for our business. So when we look at this right side image, we can understand why we need to go for data mining. So when you have large, huge amount of data, to analyze the data, definitely we need to search for a proper tool. So when you have a huge amount of data, it is very difficult to apply traditional methods. So we need to go for a scientific method. We need to look for some tool, automated tool. And now we will try to define what do you mean by data mining. So data mining in the sense, it's the extraction of interesting patterns or knowledge from huge amount of data. Here you can take two things. One is interesting pattern. From those pattern we should discover knowledge. And everything will be from huge amount of data. Okay. So same way, if you look at this right side image, you can see there's a huge amount of data is there. Okay. So the data were warehoused. And by using some tool, the person having some tool, by using this tool, he is trying to extract the interesting pattern. From there, the knowledge is discovered. The same concept we are going to apply over here also. See, in knowledge mining, if you take gold mining or coal mining, so when you mine, you will be able to get more and more informations. And what is very interesting, if it is a coal mining, your interesting pattern is coal. If it is a gold mining, your interesting pattern is gold. Okay. So even though you are getting sand or some other materials, maybe relevant or irrelevant, but your interesting pattern is gold in gold mining. The same way you have, even though you have relevant data, everything is relevant data only, but what is the interesting pattern over there? So that must be identified. From there, your knowledge must be discovered. The alternate names for this data mining may be knowledge discovery in database, or knowledge extraction, or data or pattern analysis, data archaeologies, data trading, information harvesting, business intelligence, and etc. So we have different names for data mining, but most of the time they are using knowledge discovery. So for example, when we have huge amount of data, we are going to do some analysis with this data. By doing analysis with the data, we are trying to extract the interesting pattern. With the help of this extracted interesting pattern, we will try to discover knowledge. For example, if you take a patient, so from the patient we are trying to collect some medical clinical informations. From those data, by applying some tool, if you do analysis, you will get the interesting patterns. From this interesting pattern, the knowledge must be discovered. Maybe he is a sugar patient, or maybe BP patient, or maybe high fever. This is the knowledge. Again, if you go in depth, so what type of fever? What is the sugar level? What is the BP level? Okay, so these are all the knowledges. Next, we'll see the what is data mining origin. Okay, so data mining is the common concept. Everywhere we are trying to find interesting pattern and we'll try to discover the knowledge. But the origin of the data mining is it is taken from statistics on artificial intelligence. So everywhere we are incorporating a huge amount of data. So by doing some statistical analysis, we are trying to do some data mining process. Same way artificial intelligence also. We are applying some algorithm. We will try to extract the interesting patterns. The next one is the machine learning and pattern recognitions and database systems. So these are all the origins of the data mining. So when we have a huge amount of data, it is very difficult to apply traditional techniques. Why? Because one is enormity of data, a huge amount of data. Each and every data will have multi dimensions. So in each and every dimension will have some information. For example, if you take a product, the product in the first dimension will have some brand details. The second dimension will have some feature details. The third dimension will have some usage details. The fourth dimension will have some benefits. Like that, some technical specifications. Like that, you will have different dimensions for each and every product. So to analyze the different dimensions, the traditional technique will not be sufficient one. And moreover, we are collecting data from different sources, so it is heterogeneous data. So each and every data will have different, even though the same relevant information related data, it will be in different format. Why? Because it is heterogeneous data. It is taken from different locations or different resources. It is naturally it is distributed on different locations only. Next we will go for knowledge discovery process. It is one of the very important process in data mining. So the step by step we have to understand. So how the raw data is collected, and finally how the knowledge is discovered. So you can see this diagram. Okay. It is a systematic process. So always you need to remember this process. So initially we have a database. So database have a collection of data. The data will have some consistent data or as well as some inconsistent data, or maybe the database may have noisy data. So first of all, we need to clean the data and it should be stored in the data warehouse. So that is cleaning process. Okay. Cleaning process, and then integration process. So the cleaning and integration in the sense we have partial data or noisy data or consistent data or inconsistent data. So before going for analysis, we need to have clear data. So first of all, the data must be cleaned. That means removed noisy data or inconsistent data, and then the data is located in different databases. So all the data must be integrated based on the relevancy, and it should be categorized. Then in organized manner, it should be stored in the data warehouse. Now you know the content of the data warehouse. So data warehouse having the huge amount of data collected from different sources, that is a cleaned data, and it is stored in organized way. Now we can use some selection tool. Okay, so which data you want to do analysis, on which data you want to do analysis. So by using some selection tool, you can identify the data, and then you need to have transformation process. That means which data going to be analyzed. So for to do analysis, it should be in proper format. So the identified data must be converted into right format. By that, it can be analyzed. Next, it will be given to the data mining process. There, by applying data mining algorithm, the interesting patterns of the selected data will be identified, and the pattern will be visualized by using some visualization tools. Okay. See, for example, for a patient, you can take some blood sample. There you have some details that can be presented in some format in visualized manner by using some visualization techniques. So from those visualization, you will be able to discover knowledge like that. This may be the person may be sugar patient, or the person may be BP patient, or the person may have some other issues. Okay, so this is a knowledge which is going to be discovered from the selected pattern or extracted pattern from the huge amount of data. So these are all the step-by-step process which can be remembered in all the time. Next, the steps involved in data mining is listed over here. So what we discussed in the previous slide, the same process you are listed over here. Like first, we need to have data cleaning. Then we have to do integration from multiple sources. You know very well what you mean by data cleaning. Removal of noisy data as well as inconsistent data. Data integration in the sense we have data in multiple different sources. All the source data will be integrated based on the relevancy, and it will be next stage warehoused. Okay. So in organized way, a categorized data will be stored in the data warehouse. And for extraction purpose, the data cube can be constructed in the data warehouse. By that, easily you can identify the data. It can be given for data mining analysis. Then data selection for data mining process. I told you data selection, the sense by using data selection tool, the data which is going to be analyzed must be selected from the data warehouse, and then it can be given for the data mining process. Then data mining, we have a large number of data mining algorithms. So by applying any one of the data mining algorithm, that is suitable data mining algorithm, the data mining process will be done. And from this data mining process, the interesting pattern will be extracted and knowledge will be discovered. So from this interesting pattern, next stage, interesting pattern if you identified, if you extracted, that must be visualized. Okay. To discover the knowledge, we need to have some visualized pattern. So the presentation of the mining results will be given in some format. Then pattern knowledge to be used or stored into knowledge base. And finally, the extracted pattern as well as the knowledge will be stored in the knowledge base. So this is a very important framework for the KDD process. And data mining in business intelligence. So in business, how the data mining will be useful. See here, you can start from bottom, data sources. There you have paper, file, web document, scientific experiments and database systems. So these are all the data sources. So data will be collected from these different sources. And then as I told you, the collected data will be raw data. The data will not be, there is no compulsion to have or complete data. So there may be inconsistent data or noisy data. By using pre-processing in the sense data cleaning. By using cleaning or pre-processing, the noisy data or inconsistent data will be removed, and we have collected data from different resources like from paper or file, web documents, scientific experiments, database. So all the data with respect to relevancy, it can be integrated and it will be stored in the data warehouse in a organized manner. The next one is by using some statistical summary or query tool, the data which is going to be analyzed will be extracted or selected. So data exploration in the sense the data for data mining process will be explored, that means selected. So the selection tool is maybe either using statistical summary or query based or reporting based. Now the data mining process, by applying data mining algorithm, the pattern will be discovered and then the pattern will be visualized by using visualization technique. That is a data presentation. So in data presentation, the visualization will be either image type or some graph type or some video type. So some format, some visualized format must be there. So data must be presented in some visualized format, and from there knowledge must be discovered. From this knowledge, decision will be taken. Right, that patient will be the patient was sick by corona. The patient sick by some light fever. This patient is sugar patient or BP patient or cancer patient. Like that, you can come to conclusions. That is decision making. If it is a business, okay, that the customer is a good customer. The customer is a regular customer. The customer is high level purchase or capacity per customer. Like that, you can have some conclusion. That is a decision making. Yeah. Now the same, the KDD process, it can be represented in another way. It is a typical view from machine learning and statistics. See, you have three different major categories here. The first stage is data pre-processing. The input raw data is given, then data pre-processed will be done. So what we can do exactly, what we are doing exactly in the data pre-processing. See, data integration, normalization, feature selections and dimension detections. What do you mean by data integration? You know very well, the data which is collected from different sources. So based on the relevancy, all the data will be integrated. Then what do you mean by normalizations? You may have some inconsistent data or noisy data or redundant data. Okay. So I think we already studied normalization in the database subject. So by applying these normalization techniques, the data will be normalized. Then feature selections. What are the features of, for example, if you take a product, what is the product size? What is the product color? What is the product manufacture year? What is the expiry date? What is the taste? Like that, you can have some features, physical as well as internal features. So features must be selected. Why we need to select the features? To identify the product. Then dimension detections. What do you mean by dimension detections? Okay, we have huge amount of data. There, by removing this irrelevant data or noisy data or inconsistent data, the size of the data will be reduced. Okay, so dimension detections. So all these processes will be done in the data pre-processing stage itself. Next is data mining. Okay, here we will do pattern discovery, then association and correlations, then clustering and classification, then outlier analysis and etc. Okay, so mainly what exactly we are going to do in the data mining, the collected data will be either classified or clustered, and from there the pattern will be discovered. Okay, so from these pattern we can have we'll try to discover knowledge. The next one is the post processing. So like pre-processing, we have the post processing on the other end. So the post processing, the extracted pattern or the discovered pattern will be evaluated. So what is the pattern? What is the pattern type? What is the pattern informations? Okay. So sometimes the pattern will include what the objects also. Okay, so with these objects we will be able to will try to evaluate the pattern. And the pattern, we have a number of patterns. Okay, so which pattern is required, pattern will be selected, evaluated and selected, and pattern interpretations will be done. Then finally the interpreted the pattern will be visualized, and from these visualized pattern the knowledge will be discovered. So this is also creative process, but it is presented in the view from machine learning and statistics. Now we can take an example. If you take a medical data mining, there we need to take care of our healthcare data. Healthcare data, as I told you, it is a clinical data. So when you give a blood sample to the lab, okay, there they will take care of this blood sample and they will do analysis. In the blood we have a lot of informations. Okay, so first of all they will try to do this pre-processing, and then they will do some kind of analysis. Okay, and from there they will find out that interesting patterns. The same process, the creative process, will be applied for medical data also. Okay, and finally they will go for knowledge discovery. The same process is given over here. Like, see, for example, healthcare or medical data mining often adopted such a view in statistics and machine learning. Okay, and pre-processing, as you told, no, the pre-processing is nothing but removing the noisy or removing unwanted, you can take, or removing inconsistencies, and then when you do pre-processing, which will include what the feature extraction also. When you take a sample, the sample will have some features. That feature also you can have only required features. The remaining features you can remove it. So through which we can reduce the number of cells or number of features. That is dimension reductions. Then we can go for either classification or a clustering process. Okay, by that the data will be classified or clustered, and you can understand what type of data, from where it is coming, what is the category, what is the link between the data. Everything will be able to identify by using classification or clustering process. Then by using post processing we can do evaluation process, pattern evaluations and pattern visualizations. From this pattern evaluation, pattern visualization, you will be able to discover the knowledge. And finally you have to tell what happened to the patient, is affected by what type of disease. So that must be discovered in the final stage. This is the medical data mining. So tomorrow we will discuss about descriptive and predictive data mining technique. Thank you.